Hi, welcome back to Old Man and a Uke. Our featured song today is going to be Blue Bayou by Roy Orbison, and that'll come later. Of course, I always like to jabber first. My wife says that I just don't know when to shut up. I guess that's that might be true. I want to talk about some of the ideas I have for future videos because I'm going to run out of songs one day, and it'll just be too hard to try to keep up with new songs. And I don't think I'm going to be posting as often because I, it's not necessary. I do this every day now because it helps to fill up my channel, get some videos in there. But I'll probably go to every other day, and then if that doesn't work out well, then maybe even once a week. Who knows? One of the reasons I do this, and I had to ask myself why I'm doing this, but one of the reasons is that I had a different channel once, and it wasn't like this. It just showed what I was doing periodically. And somebody wrote to me once, and they said, boy, being older, it's nice to see that there are still things to do at an older age, especially if you're by yourself. If you have a big family around, well, they're always whisking you off for a picnic or taking you to a movie or taking you out to dinner or coming over and visiting. But when you're alone, sometimes you're not quite motivated to go do things. So hobbies can be quite important to older folks. Ukulele music is a hobby for me. I don't make money at it, although, just between you and me, I have a secret desire to go busking. You know, that's a person who goes out on the street and performs, perhaps with a little bucket or their hat, laying on the ground for people to drop money in. Well, the money's nice, of course, but that's not what I care about. I just want the experience. I have a great, well, I wouldn't say love, but I have a great admiration for people who travel in untraditional ways. Hitchhiking for one, riding trains for another. Now I know that that's illegal because, like, probably both of them. I used to hitchhike all over the place, and when I was very young, my friend and I rode a couple of trains, only across town. We didn't go traveling cross country. However, hitchhiking, I've traveled great distances across the country, and numerous times. I once hitchhiked from Southern California, near San Diego, to Alaska. I went to Homer, Alaska, and I lived there for a number of years. So, hitchhiking and people who do that sort of thing, I kind of bond with. And those internet uh, travel, what do they call them, vlogs or whatever they are. Uh, those people who do those things, I'm very attracted to watching, their experiences, as long as it's not too commercial. Some people do that just to get some ratings and get some money, coming through the internet, through YouTube or whatever. But I didn't, back then when I was doing that sort of thing, there was no YouTube, there was no internet, and so the people like me who were doing things like that did so for a love of travel, a love of exploration. And so I probably won't have any videos on me hitchhiking or catching a train, but I may talk about it again. Hobbies, as I said, are very important for older people. Whether you sit down and knit, like my grandmother did, and while she did that, she was listening to a radio. But I'm not talking about commercial radio. She had a radio that received transmissions from the police department, the fire department, and all that sort of thing. Now, one night when I was young, our property was being robbed, and I had a good friend who lived next door, and we had a private telephone line between his bedroom and my bedroom. And he said he kept trying to ring me because his family had seen this person trying to steal the tires off of our car. And he was ringing me, and I wouldn't wake up. So they called the police, and the police came, and they ended up catching the guy. And my dad didn't press charges because I suppose my father felt kind of sorry for him. And the guy, did. I don't know what he did for restitution, but I saw him, and he was quite miserable. I mean, he really looked sorry, and he had a family, and he needed money badly. So that hobby that I had back then, which was the communications between my friend and I, we would flash Morse code at each other through the window, and I suppose my father would hear us at night, say things like, "Oh, I sent you an M. Don't you know what an M is?" 2 o'clock in the morning. That might irritate my dad a bit. So, he put that he was a telephone man, so he put that line between our windows. I told you, my wife, she was right. I can't shut up. So let's get on to the featured song. I hope you enjoy it. It's been nice chatting with you, and we'll see you on the flip side. And here we go. Roy Orbison. I feel so bad, I got a worried mind. I'm so lonesome all of the time. Since I left my baby behind, I'm blue by you. Saving nickels, saving dimes, working till the sun don't shine. Looking forward to happier times, I'm blue by you. I'm going back someday, come what may, to Blue Bayou, where the folks are fine and the world is mine. I'm Blue Bayou, where the fishing boats and their sails afloat. If I could only see that familiar sunrise through sleepy eyes, how happy I'd be. Gonna see my baby again, gonna be with some of my friends. Maybe I'll feel better again. I'm blue by you. Saving nickels, saving dimes, working until the sun don't shine. Looking forward to happier times. I'm blue by you. I'm going back someday, come what may, to Blue Bayou, where the folks are fine and the world is mine. I'm Blue Bayou, where the fishing boat with their tails afloat. If I could only see that familiar sunrise through sleepy eyes, how happy I'd be. Oh, that girl of mine by my side, silver moon and the evening tide. Oh, some sweet day gonna take away this hurting inside. And I'll never be blue, my dreams will come true on Blue Bayou. thank you so much for putting up with my singing and ukulele playing. Just goes to show that life isn't over at 60. So, take care, learn something new every day, keep the faith, and keep moving on. Thanks again, and we'll see you next time.